Welcome to Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Imagine standing face to face with gentle mountain gorillas, feeling the earth tremor beneath the thundering Murchison Falls, and walking through pristine rainforests that time forgot. Every trail in this magnificent land leads to an adventure, and every sunrise brings a new wonder to discover. What draws adventurers and nature lovers to this beautiful country year after year? Perhaps it's the mist-shrouded mountains of Bwindi, where half the world's mountain gorillas make their home. Or maybe it's the powerful Nile River, carving its way through ancient rocks, creating spectacles that will take your breath away. Uganda sits at the heart of Africa. It's a place of incredible diversity and breathtaking beauty. Whether you're seeking wildlife encounters or natural wonders, Uganda's treasures will give you memories that last a lifetime. But how well do you know this remarkable country? Here's a quick question. Which national park in Uganda has one of the highest concentration of primates in the world? Write your answer in the comments below. Now, let's begin our journey through this remarkable country and discover its most wonderful places. First on our journey is one of the world's most extraordinary places, Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. Rising from the edge of the Albertine Rift Valley, this ancient forest has stood for over 25,000 years, protecting some of Earth's most remarkable creatures. As you approach Bwindi, you'll first notice how the landscape transforms. The air becomes cooler, mist clings to the hillsides, and the forest canopy stretches as far as the eye can see. This isn't just any forest. It's one of Africa's oldest and most biologically diverse rainforests, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that guards priceless natural treasures. But Bwindi's greatest treasure lies within its depths. Half of the world's remaining mountain gorillas call this forest home. These gentle giants roam the hillsides, feeding on wild celery, bamboo shoots, and fruits that grow in abundance throughout the forest. Walking through Bwindi's trails, you'll understand why it's called impenetrable. The forest is dense with vegetation, creating a cathedral-like atmosphere where sunlight filters through layers of leaves. The journey to find the gorillas is an adventure in itself. Expert trackers lead you through the forest, following signs that most eyes would miss. A broken bamboo stalk here, a fresh footprint there. Then suddenly, the trackers signal you to stop. Through the leaves, you catch your first glimpse of a silverback gorilla. The experience of sitting just a few meters from these magnificent creatures, watching mothers tend to their babies and juveniles playfully tumble through the undergrowth, is simply unforgettable. But Bwindi offers more than just gorillas. The forest is home to over 120 species of mammals, including rare forest elephants and giant forest hogs. In the canopy above, 350 species of birds fill the air with song, including 23 species found nowhere else in East Africa. As evening approaches, the forest comes alive with a different energy as nocturnal creatures emerge from their daytime shelters. From the misty mountains of Bwindi, we journey north to Uganda's largest and oldest national park, Murchison Falls National Park. Here, the mighty Nile River puts on one of nature's most spectacular shows, forcing its entire flow through a gap just 7 meters wide. As you approach the falls, you'll hear them long before you see them. The roar of 300 cubic meters of water per second plunging 43 meters down creates a sound that echoes through the surrounding landscape. Rainbows dance in the spray, and the ground seems to vibrate with the sheer power of the water. The falls are just the beginning of what this remarkable park offers. Rolling savannas stretch to the horizon, broken by patches of woodland and riverine forest. This diverse landscape supports an incredible array of wildlife. Herds of elephants move gracefully across the plains, giraffes browse on acacia trees, and lions rest in the shade, waiting for the cool of evening to begin their hunt. One of the best ways to experience Murchison Falls is from the water. A boat cruise along the Victoria Nile reveals pods of hippos wallowing in the shallows, massive Nile crocodiles basking on sandbanks, and countless water birds fishing in the rich waters. As you cruise closer to the falls, you'll feel the spray on your face and witness the raw power of the Nile up close. The park is also home to one of Uganda's largest populations of Rothschild's giraffes, a subspecies found only in a few places in East Africa. These elegant creatures, with their distinctive patterns, can often be seen crossing the savanna in small groups. During sunrise and sunset, the park transforms. Golden light bathes the landscape, creating perfect conditions for photography and wildlife viewing. This is when the savanna comes alive. Leopards emerge from their daytime retreats, buffalo herds move to their grazing grounds, and the air fills with the calls of nocturnal birds. Moving south, we discover Queen Elizabeth National Park, where savanna meets forest in a stunning display of nature's diversity. Stretching from the crater-dotted foothills of the Rwenzori Mountains to the shores of Lake Edward, this park showcases some of Africa's most spectacular landscapes. As dawn breaks over the savanna, you'll witness one of the park's most remarkable sights: tree-climbing lions. Unlike most lions in Africa, these magnificent cats have developed a unique behavior, regularly climbing fig trees to escape the heat and survey their territory. Watching a pride of lions lounging in the branches against the backdrop of volcanic craters is a sight you won't forget. The heart of the park is the Kazinga Channel, a natural waterway connecting Lake George and Lake Edward. A boat cruise along the channel reveals life along the water's edge in stunning detail. Hundreds of hippos line the banks, occasionally yawning to display impressive sets of teeth. Elephants come down to drink and shower themselves with cooling sprays of water. The channel's banks are a birdwatcher's paradise, with over 600 species recorded in the park. In the Ishasha sector, the landscape changes. Wide-open plains are dotted with fig trees and acacia, creating the perfect habitat for the park's famous tree-climbing lions. This is also where you'll find huge herds of Uganda kob, a graceful antelope that's one of Uganda's national symbols. The park's volcanic features tell stories of its dramatic past. Ancient volcanic explosions left behind perfectly formed crater lakes, now surrounded by rich forest. These crater lakes are home to flocks of flamingos, turning the waters pink during certain times of the year. Just a short distance from Queen Elizabeth National Park lies Kibale, the primate capital of the world. This remarkable forest holds one of the highest density of primates found anywhere on Earth, making it a must-visit destination for wildlife enthusiasts. As you enter Kibale, you're immediately struck by the majesty of the forest. Towering trees create a dense canopy overhead, their branches connected by tangles of vines. The air is filled with the sounds of the forest, the distant calls of chimpanzees, the rustle of red colobus monkeys moving through the canopy, and the songs of countless birds. The star attraction here is the opportunity to track chimpanzees. Expert guides lead you through the forest, following the distinctive calls of our closest relatives. Suddenly, the peace is broken by excited screams. A group of chimps has been found. Watching these intelligent primates interact, use tools, and care for their young is like watching our own evolutionary history unfold before your eyes. But Kibale is more than just chimpanzees. The forest is home to 13 primate species, including the rare Lahuist's monkey and the endangered red colobus. Looking up into the canopy, you might spot families of gray-cheeked mangabes or the acrobatic black and white colobus monkeys. The forest floor holds its own treasures. Hundreds of butterfly species flutter through patches of sunlight, and rare forest elephants leave their massive footprints in the soft earth. During the wet season, the forest blooms with orchids and other exotic flowers, creating splashes of color among the green. In Uganda's remote northeastern corner lies one of Africa's last great wilderness areas, Kadipo Valley National Park. This hidden gem, nestled among rocky outcrops and bordered by mountains, offers an authentic safari experience far from the tourist trails. As you drive across the sprawling Narus Valley, the landscape unfolds like a painting. Golden savannas stretch to the horizon, broken only by iconic umbrella acacias and distant mountain ranges. This is Uganda at its most wild and untamed. The park's remoteness has helped preserve its pristine nature. Here you'll find species not seen anywhere else in Uganda, including the greater kudu, mountain reedbuck, and the impressive ostrich. Huge herds of buffalo, up to 1,000 strong, move across the valleys, their darkness contrasting with the golden grass. The Narus Valley is the park's prime wildlife viewing area. During the dry season, the valley's permanent water sources attract an incredible concentration of wildlife. Lions rest on rocky outcrops, leopards hide in the riverine woodland, and elephants dig for water in dry riverbeds. The local Karamojong people add a cultural dimension to your visit. These traditional pastoralists have maintained their way of life for generations, and their distinctive culture and traditions are as much a part of the landscape as the wildlife. Our journey continues to Semuliki National Park, where East African savanna meets West African rainforest in a unique blend of ecosystems. This is one of Uganda's newest national parks, but it protects one of its oldest forests, a remnant of a vast forest that once stretched all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. The park's most spectacular features are its hot springs, Sempaya male and female hot springs. The female spring, known locally as Nyasimbi, creates a boiling pool of water reaching temperatures of up to 103 degrees Celsius. Steam rises constantly from the pool, creating an otherworldly atmosphere, while local legends tell fascinating stories about these natural wonders. Walking through Semuliki is like stepping into a different world. The forest canopy towers overhead, creating a cathedral-like atmosphere. This is home to over 400 bird species, including many found nowhere else in East Africa. A jewel in Uganda's crown, Lake Mburo National Park offers a different kind of safari experience. This compact park is the only place in southern Uganda where you can see zebras and the only park in the country where impala still roam. The park centers around Lake Mburo itself, one of 5 lakes in the area. Early morning boat trips on the lake reveal abundant wildlife along the shores. Crocodiles bask in the morning sun, fish eagles swoop down to catch their breakfast, and hippos grunt their displeasure at being disturbed. The surrounding landscape is a mix of open and wooded savanna. Unlike many other parks, Lake Mburo can be explored on foot, horseback, or mountain bike. Walking through the park gives you a unique perspective. You might find yourself just meters away from a tower of giraffes or a dazzle of zebras. The park is particularly beautiful at dawn and dusk. As the sun rises or sets, the acacia-dotted savanna is bathed in golden light, creating perfect photo opportunities. This is also when the wildlife is most active, moving between their nighttime shelters and daytime feeding grounds. From the savannas, we journey to the misty slopes of Mount Elgon, where Sipi Falls creates one of Uganda's most spectacular scenes. This series of 3 magnificent waterfalls tumbles down the mountainside, each with its own character and charm. The main fall is a sight that will stay with you forever. Water plunges 100 meters over a massive cliff face, creating a thunderous roar that echoes through the valley. Rainbows dance in the spray, and the surrounding cliffs are carpeted in lush vegetation fed by the constant mist. Walking between the falls takes you through Uganda's coffee country. The rich volcanic soil and perfect climate create ideal conditions for growing some of Africa's finest Arabica coffee. Local guides can show you the entire coffee-making process, from bean to cup, as you trek between the falls. The area offers some of Uganda's most spectacular hiking. Well-maintained trails lead you to different viewpoints, each offering a new perspective on the falls. At sunset, the water turns golden as it catches the last rays of the day, creating a magical atmosphere that photographers dream of. No visit to Uganda would be complete without experiencing the mighty Nile River. This is where the world's longest river begins its epic journey to the Mediterranean, and the adventures it offers are unforgettable. At Jinja, known as the adventure capital of East Africa, the river provides world-class whitewater rafting. Rapids with names like The Bad Place and Overtime challenge even experienced rafters, while calmer stretches let you catch your breath and take in the stunning riverine scenery. For those seeking a gentler experience, sunset cruises offer a perfect way to end the day.
This particular point was confirmed as the source of the River Nile by Captain Smith.
As your boat glides along the river, you'll pass fishing villages where local fishermen cast their nets as their ancestors have done for generations. Birds swoop low over the water, and occasionally monitor lizards can be spotted basking on the banks. Along the watersides, you'll find places perfectly suited for relaxation. Riverside lodges and restaurants offer spectacular views of the water. Here you can enjoy a cold drink while watching kayakers navigate the rapids below, or simply listen to the sound of the river flowing past. Whether you're seeking adventure or relaxation, the Nile River offers experiences for every type of traveler.
With a beach. Ah.
From the Nile, we move to its source, the magnificent Lake Victoria. This is Africa's largest lake, an inland sea that shapes the climate and culture of the entire region. In Entebbe, the lake shows its gentle side. Palm-lined beaches invite you to relax, while fishing boats painted in bright colors bob on the waves. The botanical gardens here offer peaceful walks among ancient trees, where black and white colobus monkeys play in the canopy. A boat trip to the Sesi Islands reveals another side of the lake.
Yes, I'm getting used to that.
These 84 islands form an archipelago of pristine beaches and forested hills. Each island has its own character. Some host fishing villages where life continues much as it has for centuries, while others offer secluded eco-lodges perfect for getting away from it all. High in the hills of southwestern Uganda lies Lake Bunyonyi, known as the place of many little birds. This is Africa's second deepest lake, but it's the landscape surrounding it that takes your breath away. "29 islands dot the lake's surface, creating a maze of waterways perfect for exploration by traditional dugout canoe. Each island has its own story. One was used to punish criminals, another was where young women were sent before marriage, and a third is home to a school built to help orphaned children. The surrounding terraced hillsides are a patchwork of small farms, creating patterns that seem to flow down to the water's edge. Early morning mist gives the lake a mystical quality, as birds dart across the water and fishermen set out in their wooden boats. Next, we'll head to the legendary Mountains of the Moon, the Rwenzori Mountains. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is one of Africa's most beautiful alpine areas, where glaciers sit on the equator and rare plants grow to enormous sizes. The mountains rise like a wall from the surrounding plains, their peaks often hidden in clouds. As you climb higher, the landscape changes dramatically. Tropical rainforest gives way to bamboo zones, then to strange moorlands where giant lobelias and groundsels create an almost alien landscape. For those who make it to the higher reaches, the rewards are extraordinary. Crystal clear mountain lakes reflect snow-capped peaks, while glaciers, though sadly retreating due to climate change, still cling to the highest mountains. The views across the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Ugandan plains are simply unforgettable. The Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. The next stop takes us to a place of hope and conservation, the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. This is the only place in Uganda where you can see rhinos in the wild, thanks to an ambitious breeding program aimed at reintroducing these magnificent creatures to their former range. Walking with the sanctuary's rangers, you'll learn the individual stories of each rhino. These massive yet surprisingly gentle creatures go about their daily routines, feeding, wallowing in mud baths, and caring for their young. It's an intimate wildlife experience that gives hope for the future of these endangered animals. From the serenity of Ziwa, we journey to one of Uganda's most dramatic water features, Itanda Falls. Known locally as the Bad Place, these Grade 6 rapids create a spectacular display of nature's raw power. Unlike the more famous Murchison Falls, Itanda offers a different kind of water spectacle. Multiple channels of white water crash through massive rock formations, creating a symphony of sound and spray. The main rapid, a churning mass of water, demonstrates why early explorers considered this section of the Nile unnavigable. Standing on the rocky viewpoints, you can feel the power of the water through the vibrations in the stone beneath your feet. Local fishermen still practice their ancient craft here, using specialized techniques passed down through generations to fish in the quieter pools between the rapids. Rising from the eastern plains, Mount Elgon stands as one of Africa's oldest and largest solitary volcanoes. This extinct volcano, with its vast caldera and 5 major peaks, creates its own ecosystem and weather patterns. As you ascend the mountain slopes, you'll pass through distinct vegetation zones. The lower slopes host dense forests and some of Uganda's most productive coffee plantations. Higher up, you'll find ancient caves where elephants venture deep underground to mine salt from the volcanic rocks. The mountain's most unique feature is its caldera, one of the largest intact calderas in the world. Spanning about 40 kilometers across, this massive crater hosts multiple ecosystems within its rim. The views from the peaks stretch across Uganda and into neighboring Kenya, offering some of East Africa's most spectacular panoramas. Our journey now takes us to a different kind of wonder, the Kasubi Royal Tombs, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that stands as a masterpiece of Ganda architecture and craftsmanship. The site's centerpiece is the Muzibu Azala Mpanga, a stunning domed structure that houses the tombs of 4 Buganda kings. Built entirely from organic materials, wood, thatch, reed, and wattle, the building showcases the heights of traditional African architecture. Walking through the courtyard, you'll notice the precise geometric patterns in the thatching, each one telling stories of Buganda's rich cultural heritage. The site remains an active religious center for the Buganda people, where traditional ceremonies continue to be performed. Just outside Entebbe, the Uganda Wildlife Conservation Education Center offers a different perspective on Uganda's wildlife. This isn't just a zoo, it's a sanctuary and education center, where you can get close to some of Uganda's most fascinating creatures. The center plays a crucial role in wildlife rehabilitation and conservation education. Here you can walk with shoebill storks, one of Africa's most unusual and rare birds. The chimpanzee enclosure provides insights into the behavior of these intelligent primates, while the big cat section houses lions and leopards in naturalistic settings. What makes this place special is its focus on education. Interactive programs let visitors understand the challenges facing Uganda's wildlife and the importance of conservation. Behind-the-scenes tours reveal the dedication required to protect these remarkable animals. Our final destination takes us to Lake Victoria's Ngamba Island, a haven for rescued chimpanzees. This 100-acre forested island provides a safe home for chimps who can't be returned to the wild. Arriving by boat, you're greeted by the sounds of chimps calling to each other through the forest. The sanctuary offers a unique opportunity to watch these intelligent primates up close, while learning about their conservation. During feeding times, you can observe their complex social interactions and distinctive personalities. The island itself is a beautiful example of lake forest ecosystem. Walking along the elevated boardwalks, you might spot monitor lizards sunning themselves, or some of the 120 bird species that call the island home. Sunset over Lake Victoria creates an unforgettable backdrop as the chimps make their way to their nighttime quarters. As our journey through Uganda comes to an end, we hope you've seen why this remarkable country is truly the Pearl of Africa. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more adventures across Africa and beyond. Share your own experiences in the comments below and tell us which of these amazing places you'd most like to visit. Until next time, keep exploring.